I've had experiences in life that I would never have been able to have if it wasn't for football.
Wayne Rooney might be the most disrespected footballer in English history.
We'll be going to like restaurants and you'll be in there with like Jamie Foxx and the game and that, and it's like, you know.
Yeah.
But Paul's a very good friend of mine. So, and I know Paul.
The person.
I know Paul the person, and Paul doesn't cheat in life. Me personally, I think there could have been a setup somewhere.
What's happening, people, and welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Play. Day 2 filming out in Dubai, as opposed to the old London studio. Troy Deeney, as always.
Yes.
Ravel Morrison, big up yourself, brother. Thank you very much for coming. What, I can't fist bump at it?
It's a beg, man. I keep saying it every time. Bro, we had Jermaine Defoe on, innit? We had JD.
I was calling him JD.
Yeah, I think I watched that, you know.
Bro, I met him about like 30 minutes. By the end of it, it's like, yeah, JD this. I'm like, bro, you don't know him? Like, just Jermaine, innit?
Yeah.
Come on, play it again.
Is that the one where you was asking him about the transfers?
Yeah,
watch it.
I'm saying, Beyond the Play's got footballers watching already, right?
We're trying. Now, this is just a podcast, bro, where we chat about lives, but we try and get the players to show themselves. And I think you're the perfect example. Where there's a certain stigma to you,
yeah, definitely,
and there's another side to you which I don't think too many people see, edit. So I think we're just going to start off with just what's going on, man. You're out here now, training. I want that to be known. You training, come straight from training here.
Yep, gym training.
You look happy though, bro.
Yeah.
You look
stress
happy.
free over here, man. Enjoying it, just getting on with football. As you know yourself, there's a lot of politics in England. And favouritism, but come over here and just come out here and enjoy it. Yeah.
Are you feeling that you're getting the enjoyment, both football and life?
So I've not played for 18 months, so it's been a long time. But I've come out here now, and the team just took to me well. Yeah. So they've brought me in. They've shown me a lot of love, and can't complain.
Do you feel you need that love?
Nah, just a certain bit of respect.
Yeah.
Sometimes in England you don't get it.
Of course.
It doesn't matter what you do, but you don't get it.
You've floated about over the course of the last, 14 years or so. We were having a little look before. You're now playing in the UAE, Precision FC as such. What's it like? I mean, you would have had a lot of experiences. How does this compare on a day-to-day when you're going into training as opposed to, playing in Mexico or playing over at Manchester United or Lazio?
I ain't gonna lie, bro, I didn't even know you was in Mexico. I've known you a long time. I'm like, when did you go there?
That was probably the most enjoyable season of life.
Really?
Mexico,
we got to go into that.
Yeah,
we've got to go into that.
Tell us why, please.
It was just...
How's it come about first?
Mexico?
Yeah.
So I was at Lazio.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to go on loan to Newcastle. So that my agent Dan sorted that out. We couldn't get it through. This is when he was in Championship. So they ended up going down to Championship.
What year would that be? 2014?
I think me and you was in communication about Watford as well, you know.
Yeah, 2014, I was to say.
But then the English window was shut, so I couldn't go, because obviously I was contracted at Lazio. So then the only window that was open was Mexico. There was a few other places in the world, obviously, but Mexico. And...
Liga MX, yeah?
Yeah, they must have contacted Lazio, because remember Rafa Marquez? He had a ban, didn't he?
It's a big name.
He had a ban.
Yeah.
Because of some stuff that was going on in the US, and contacted Lazio. Dan got onto me, and at the first thing I was like, I'm not sure.
That's a serious culture shock, right?
You never really hear the league about Mexico and that. Obviously, I was coming from the European League, where Italy's a big league, so I thought.
Your name was still buzzing at that point.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So I thought, we'll have a look. So they flew us out the next day. Flew out for 48 hours, got there.
Whereabouts in Mexico was it?
Do you know where El Chapo's from?
Oh, swear. No, you know what? I can... what a name drop. No, you know what?
As you say that to the lads back, I'm like, I'm going to Mexico. That lad's like,
no, because I remember...
where El Chapo's, I'm like, oh, yo, can we come?
Do you know Guadalajara?
Yeah. Was it Guadalajara?
I used to see
so
Canelo.
I've been. I went to Canelo, so I was going to ask.
But he said about you shot
No, I
up,
know,
man.
but what I'm saying is that as to how weird it is.
Okay.
Right? Because you see like the Cancuns and stuff like that. We done fight nights in Cancun, and Guadalajara was the first time I went, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, first thing they told me, cartel territory.
Yeah,
And
but
then
the
you're
cartel,
But it's actually pretty sound out there,
very,
right?
Very respectful people.
Yeah, they are.
Do you know what I mean?
They
You see
are.
them if you meet them. They're respectful people. Obviously, you don't want to cross.
No, of course. But on like a
On a day-to-day.
It's only if you cross them, then it's a.
I normally find in my life experience the more dangerous the person, the nicer they are.
Yeah, 100%.
Just don't get on the wrong
whatever
side of
sport,
someone.
whether that be legal, illegal sports or not, the nicer they are because they know what they could do to you. They're trying to avoid it.
Yeah, they don't want it. Yeah.
They're like you bring too much heat, man. But anyway, please carry on before Charlie rudely interrupted.
Yeah, so I was in
again.
I was in Guadalajara, and every couple of days you'll see Canelo driving around everywhere. So it was an unbelievable experience, and everything about it, man. The weather,
food.
Yeah, we used to go. Me and my friend, my friend come out with me.
Sick.
And he was on quad bikes for training. Yeah,
Swear down.
So we used to go on quad bikes for training, park them up round the corner, jump in the car for like 2 minutes, drive down the road, training ground, pull out, get back on the quads and go home.
See, I don't think people realise just how. I don't hate the word normal, but you are just one of the lads, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
you love.
of course.
I know how I've never even told you this because we've never met, you know, like in person.
Just football. Yeah.
We've always chatted on Insta, football, whatever.
Got you.
But I don't know. I suppose I'm 36. I'm 5 years older than you.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. I'm 5 years. I'm 5 years older than him. So obviously, I've always looked at like, okay, I see this guy, but he gets in trouble that I was getting in. So you kind of have like a liking to. Do you know what I mean? Like, yo.
Yeah, we click straight away. Like, if I see him on the football, we'll talk. Do you know what I mean? After the game,
one of them ones where you bond like that.
Yeah. But I was just dropping messages where like if things were a bit, don't worry, like keep your head at it, and vice versa. So, but he always is. My oldest younger brother Ellis is 32.
Yeah.
You're the same. Yeah. You two are the same. Loves quad bikes, loves motorbikes, sick at everything, but he don't like being told what to do. Do you know what I mean?
The same.
So like with Ellis and probably with Rav, you have to like if you get them there, they'll do it. It's getting them there that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I used to be like when I was like growing up, even with football, getting to training. When I got to training, I enjoyed it. I loved it. When I was young, I didn't want to go training.
Couldn't be bothered to get.
I couldn't. I just
everything else is just a distraction, isn't it? Yeah. Life, people, girls, food, whatever it might be. But I was going to ask, you ain't got a missus now, have you?
No.
Didn't have a missus at the time?
Yeah.
You did?
Wait,
with
what
Mexico?
Time? Yeah.
Alright, cool. We'll leave that.
I thought we were going to get a political answer.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you something. You say that. He's thinking, oh shit, I've been mudded 10 minutes in.
Unfortunately, obviously, she come out with us.
Man said, unfortunately, yeah,
so
I bet.
A friend here, and we all come out, but
oh, nice.
If I could change it now.
Yeah, I bet. You say that, I suppose, and it's more of a Western approach. We don't ever really look at, I was going to say South America, obviously Mexico's in North America, but it's got that South American culture. So when you were over there, were you sort of, was it a little bit pinch me as to how big football really is over there, right?
Yeah, massive, like stadiums rammed.
Every time.
And the fans are nuts, right?
Yeah, the fans are
crazy.
Nuts. You can't, sometimes you can hear the fans in England.
Yeah.
You can hear the fans, but you can hear, say, me and you are shouting each other on the pitch.
You can still hear each other.
You can't hear nothing in Mexico.
I swear down.
You go to certain places, you can't hear nothing. If we play against Chivas, you couldn't hear each other on the pitch. Or you go like Club America, if it's a full stadium.
Do you ever have any like bad fan encounters? Because I always see like the moodiest things happen. Yeah, but that's Premier League, right?
Yeah,
and that was also like away from like in England.
Yeah.
Bro, like even like people have told me
more like, why are you so interested in bad fan encounters?
Because these lot are gangsters.
Yeah, but my point is, even if it went the wrong way,
like it's a fight life, innit? Boxing, you, innit? So
that's what I'm saying.
No, he loves the clicks. He's all fucking.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
no, but I can just imagine really some moody mob-handed geezer fuming.
My point is,
no,
true. Yeah.
So like, even what you're trying to get out,
don't speak about.
True.
You don't bring it back up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
you don't think about it again. Yeah.
No, you think about it, just don't speak about it.
True. Yeah.
Or unless the cameras are down, and you lift the lads out of the beer. Now, this one time, this happened. So, Anyway, I want to go back. I want to go back to two reasons, because obviously Man United is. I'll be totally honest with you. I don't really like talking about Man United because I don't think it played a part in who you are, but it didn't play the part in who you are. Yeah. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, I agree.
But I feel like you have to talk about it because
everyone speaks about United like I was a 13 player.
There you go.
At Manchester United.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I left when I was young. I left when I was 17.
Yeah.
signed for West Ham when I was 17 because my birthday is February the 2nd.
Yes.
So then I went into it as 18.
Yeah. So but that's what but I feel like it played such a big part in who you are.
Yeah.
That
Development
it'd be
and
stupid for us not to. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was talking to you because when we talk about footballers, he starts panicking. People want us. He panics. If we had a boxer sat there, he don't want to do no prep before. He's like, I got this. Don't worry. Talk about football. It's like, can you lead this one and that? I'm like, just speak, bro. It's all good. Anyway, what did I say to you?
Ex-Premier League footballer leads on football, by the way. Big shock.
What did I say to you about this man here?
To be fair, most talented player. Like the first thing he said was just pure fucking
most talented
talent.
player England's ever developed. And everyone's going to be like, oh, fucking how you saying that? I'm telling you.
That's the first thing Troy ever said about you.
Think about what just happened. Just put it into context. He never played for Man United first team. Left when he was 17. But Rio talks about you. Sir Alex talks about you. Why? Why do they all talk about him? I wasn't even there and we knew who he was. He's a problem. So anyway, with all that being said, I wanted to say, give you your flowers for that. But then secondly, is there a reason, in your opinion, looking back now with a bit of older head, as to why that didn't work out? Was it environment? Was it you? Was it a mixture of both? What was it?
Yeah, it's probably both, you know. Yeah, probably both. Obviously, like, when you grow up, you've got so many distractions back home. Of
course.
Do you know what I mean? You got your friends. Everyone wants to go out.
Because you was in the mix as well, innit? Yeah.
I was young. And you feel like when you're young, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Where I didn't know how... It's probably stupid, but I didn't know how big Manchester United was when I was growing up. Because that's where
it's all
I've always been.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
But he's in Manchester.
Yeah. So I'm in Manchester. Obviously, I'm not a first team player.
Yeah.
So if you look back now and you see all the first team and how they get treated, it's different. I was just an academy player or reserve player. So if I could go back, I would change a lot of things. But
who was your youth team? Your year would be Paul, no? Paul Pogba.
Paul, Jesse.
Welbs is too old now.
Welbs is like 2-3 years older.
2 years.
Closer to you than me.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. So like, because my age group was Klebs, Welbs, that type of. Yeah. That's why I knew about you, if you get what I mean, because these lot were like
same people that mentioned him. Yeah.
Watch out for this kid. Do you know what I mean?
It's hard to live a life of regrets as such, but you say you would change things. Is that more just in terms of like, obviously you grew up in Manchester, you were at Manchester. No, that's precisely. Yeah.
I'm just the normal me.
Yeah. But like, is that in terms of like, if you had the opportunity to go back, little things like discipline, and you say like at times you didn't want to take yourself to training and such, but when you got there, you
discipline. I've only even like, you know, a footballer's diet and everything.
Yeah.
It was only since lockdown I started doing diets.
Yeah.
Before that, I'd just eat whatever I want, do what you want. Obviously, like I told you, I don't drink, but fizzy drinks and all that, that's what I'll be doing. So, but when I look back now, it's not. It wasn't.
But you never struggled though, did you? To make weight, you was never. You weren't in Fat Club like me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, you know what? When I went to Sheffield United,
they put you in Fat Club.
Yeah. Me and my mate Kian. You know Kian? That's when I thought, what, this is long.
Imagine 15 years of it.
Yeah, it was mad still.
Do you know what Fat Club is?
Yeah, do you know what Fat Club is?
So,
I assume you come back overweight and they make you run.
When you say overweight, we're talking.
You have an optimal weight that they want you at, right?
So, but this is pre-season, in season, out of season.
So there's an in-season Fat Club.
Of course there is. Yeah.
You got to stick at. But
they must be fuming at you if you're in-season Fat Club, no?
No. Well, think about this, right? We normally get weighed on a Monday, innit?
Yeah.
Monday. You could play Sunday and then get weighed on the Monday. Now you're going to be 2-3 kilo lighter because you just played the night before. The following week, you play on the Thursday. You get it on the Sunday. Now you're going to be heavier because you've had Friday, Saturday off. Sunday, you've just ate and trained as normal.
You got to a point where Sunday I was watching what I was eating. Family was having Sunday dinner. I'm just having a coffee and then... Because if you miss weight...
Yeah.
Not miss weight, it's not, but like, you're overweight... Like after you're training with a group, and after training, you've got your own gym session where you've got to do. It's a myth.
Bro, at Watford, we did Fat Club was 8 a.m.
Do you do it in the morning?
In the morning, 8 a.m. So if on Monday you was overweight, they'd be like, they'd obviously figure it out Monday, Tuesday. Monday night you get a text, everyone start times, and you'd be a group. They would say it at Watford Fat Club
Yeah, that's what you do. That thing. It's a bit embarrassing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Probably, yeah. But does that not make you not want to be in Fat Club?
You're raging, like.
That's what I'm saying.
Because the first thing I put back here was like,
you're not disrespected.
10.4 body fat. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, you're meant to be 10. See, but that 0.4 for someone like me was hard to shift. Do you know what I mean?
And I've been in Fat Club where I've not ate on the Sunday yet.
Yeah.
And I'm still in Fat Club and I'm thinking I should just ate.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Because if you're going to be in there, you may as well fucking... Yeah. So you've starved yourself and you're still in Fat Club.
What's the worst thing you've ever done for... I know we've gone off a little bit for Fat Club to get out of it. What's the worst thing you've ever done? Do you want me to tell you mine?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'll expose myself, and then it's cool for you, Edit, to come in after. So we had Fat Club, and I knew we had tested, but we had the one you have to lie down, and they scan you, the one you can't get away from.
Yeah.
So basically, calipers, if you kind of don't drink, it tweaks in it. But if you're on this lying down one, it's like a full X-ray. You can't get away from it. So I knew that was coming on the Monday. We played Saturday. I went home, went sauna.
Yeah, I've done that.
The bedman we just played. I think we won as well. Normally I'd go out. I went sauna, swimming, bike. Then I went out with the lads.
Yeah.
Got pissed, obviously. Come back Sunday, had a massive brekkie, jumped on the scales, and I was like, I was a kilo under what I should be. Yeah. And I was like, it's not enough. So I took my bike in the sauna and sat in there for 40 minutes.
Fucking hell.
But I went to...
tough, you know.
But I went to work, no joke.
Man's out here doing UFC.
Like all cracking at that, cracking round, and I was like, get me on that first. Lay down. I just about made it. But I was in...
But surely that's just detrimental, really.
No, because all I'm thinking is, if as long as I make it, I ain't got another week of this. Because you ain't getting fat cap for one day.
No, of course.
It's a week. That's long.
It's not
the one day.
No, you're not.
So you get weighed at the start of the week, and then that's it. If you're over, you're there the whole week.
Yeah, and they'll tweak it. Obviously, the closer it gets to game day, you won't do gym. It might be just like a couple extra runs after. Or just, it's stress, bro.
It's heavy. It's heavy still.
You did that at Sheffield United. That would have been with
Wilder.
Yeah, Chris.
He's strict.
Chris is
he's
on.
a good manager, but he's strict. Sauna. I've been in a run in the morning, sauna, shower, mouth dry, no coffee. I'm just driving to training with no drink or anything.
See, that's what I'm saying. Is that not detrimental then? Because that to me sounds like the fucking stuff that we see boxers and UFC for. Obviously, they do it a bit more intensely throughout the whole space of a whole week.
Remember, they're doing it
to make an optimum weight for one. Yeah, night. But what I'm saying is, if you're drying yourself out to get weighed in to avoid yourself running more, then you're not going to be the best version of yourself in training, right?
Water and all that.
Yeah, true.
So you'll do that at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. You won't train till 10, 11.
Yeah, true.
But I've done that. Come out of Fat Club. Following week, I'm back in Fat Club. It's mad. I think I'm out now and I'm back in. That's stressful, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're just like, and then you've got to do the same again.
At what point do you just like, nah?
You know the only way you get out of it? If you're scoring or playing well.
Yeah.
They're not asked.
Or you training well. I think I end up going back in there and I just said that this is who I am. Like, I can't. This is me healthy. I feel healthy when I'm at this weight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Some people do feel like that.
It's just before you started taking dieting more seriously.
Yeah. No, this is after.
Yeah. I swear.
Yeah. What made you do the diet change through lockdown then? Information, where you was feeling?
I just wanted to better myself, you know. I was running every single day. With one of my friends, I was doing like 3K, 5K, 3K, 5K every day on the road. So it was, it's the only time we was allowed out, isn't it?
You felt like that, that was a release as such, I
love how he tries to act like he was the one sticking to the rules.
Stay at home. Isolate yourself. All you're seeing is Rav running every day on the road.
From the run, shower, stay inside.
Yeah. How convenient.
You know, you said that earlier about looking back. I'm in a fortunate position. I don't look back at my life and go, fucking hell, I wish I'd have done that. Or if I'd have done that, it'd been this. I think that's because I didn't have as much talent as yourself.
Yeah, well, you've had a very good career.
Yeah, but I had to maximise it.
Do you get what I'm saying? A stable career where I've been floating everywhere. Like you said before, I've been floating everywhere. It doesn't matter how good you are or how good you've done. Like, I had a good season at Derby.
Yeah.
And then from there, like, where it comes from, it's like... That's the same cycle again.
I'm going to get onto that because obviously there's a big part about Wayne. I want to talk to you with that. But I'm saying... Now, are you able to live happy, like Yeah, I'm a bit pissed that didn't happen, but I've still got the rest of my life. A lot of people don't, like, we had Carn on the show, and he's able to say, I'm happy with my career, wins and losses.
No regrets.
Because I had the good nights, the big nights, and I had big losses, but I know I can't do any more.
Even,
do you get what I mean?
Even times where he had been, like, for example, we spoke about like times where he shouldn't have taken certain fights or done certain things and stuff like that. Yeah.
And he says, like,
he's able to look back and be
mil.
like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Whatever happened for a reason. Do you see it like that, or do you ever? I suppose you can't just spend your life beating yourself up. Though, can
I
you?
don't beat myself up because I've had experiences in life that I would never been able to have if it wasn't for football. Do you know what I mean? Like, some of my friends haven't had the experiences that I've had due to football.
I was going to say, do you feel in a weird way where you have probably, I suppose we look at it, and we were talking before in terms of, like, we don't necessarily, like, we see English football as the pinnacle, where you've actually seen a world outside of English football as such. You almost, there's a blessing in that, in seeing different cultures, and do you know what I'm saying?
100%. Like, I wouldn't be living here right now if it wasn't for football. I wouldn't have lived in Italy for 4 years if it wasn't for football.
That's what I'm saying.
Or Mexico.
But I suppose the way I try to look at it, or try to frame it, then, so I totally get that, because again, you're the similar position to me. You've been able to take your friends on holidays and trips and all these different things that who work for football. Who knows what we're about to do to amass that kind of money. What I'm trying to say is, you probably look and watch football like everybody else. See people that you've played with along the way or played against. Like, I used to twist him up. Do you know what I mean? It must be it. And you know, they're Prem or they're in different leagues. And do you never sit there and go, never, that's putting words with. Do you sit there and go, that's cool, like, I know what I used to do to him? Or do you sit there and go, I probably should have squeezed it a little bit more, at the orange?
Or a bit of both.
Probably a bit of both, but I don't really, like, look at it and think, I should have been there, because if you do that, then you're just going to get yourself down. I just think, I'm at a point in life now where I'm just enjoying myself. Do you know what I mean?
That's nice, bro.
I enjoy football.
Nice.
I mean, I enjoy playing football.
So is that what it is now for you? Football is just, obviously, like, is it just the enjoyment aspect of it? Like, it's something that you're naturally, clearly very, very talented at. You say, you had a lot of time out of. So how long were you without a club?
18 months.
18 months. Yeah. So why come back?
To play football?
Just the love of it.
I enjoy doing.
Is it as simple as that now for you? That's what keeps the fire burning. Just enjoying it. Yeah. That's a good way to be, though. Yeah.
I saw a quote. I didn't read the full thing where you said you just wanted Man U to give you time to figure yourself out. Because of the time at that, and he won't understand this, but that was what, 14 years ago, 15 years ago.
14 years. Yeah.
We didn't have psychologists and help and mental health and all of these things. Do you think? Let me talk for myself. I'm in that situation where these things obviously help and are nice. But I wouldn't have been able to be me if I had all of those what I consider excuses or crutches at times. Would you be on the opposite end to that? I suppose. So for me, I needed all my hardship to fuel me to be the person that I ended up becoming football wise. With your natural ability and talent, if you would have had that to help you to understand what was going on, I don't know, personally or life-wise, would that have fulfilled you in a different way?
Do you know what? At one point, my mum and my gran made me go and see someone once a week, because I end up getting how do you say it? They're diagnosed with ADHD, and I used to be on tablets for it. So they used to make me go and see someone for like not once a week, like once a month. But when I went and sat down with this person, I just couldn't concentrate.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're just talking. I'm talking for the first 5 minutes, and then it's just like.
Then you're not really.
You kind of looking at
it. Yeah. So after 15 minutes, I can't remember anything he said.
Do you think the level of healthcare as such, I think maybe you're leaning to a little bit where you talk about there is like any issue now in today's game, there's someone there to deal with it. Do you think if you had that now, it would have changed anything?
Yeah, it probably could have changed a few things, but I just think men in general don't speak about
Yeah, that's
anything,
true.
Do you know what I mean?
I think you don't understand a changing room as well.
Especially in football, yeah. I
Like
was gonna
people
say.
now try and say, it's brave player X or Y spoke about this.
Yeah.
There'd have been a time for whatever player speaking where he would have wanted to say something, but that room is so competitive, so masculine, like ego.
You don't want to,
It's like, even if you're, I say this all the time, us three as strikers, right? Rav
Are you a
started.
striker?
I'm just trying to eat.
Oh.
You're never
Trying to include me, bro.
Just trying to include him.
Gee, I ain't played an 11-a-side game of football since I was about 11.
Is it?
So
That's
it's
not long
even-
ago though, is it? You only 21.
10 years, G.
Anyway,
I was in year 7.
So we got three of us. So Rav started on the Saturday. You're the sub. I'm the third. I'm the missing out. Throughout the week, we're supposed to be friends. But I'm trying to take your job. You're trying to take his job, and he's trying to keep it for both of us. So what happens in that dressing room is he has to always let everyone know he's the main man.
He's the governor.
Yeah.
You have to let everyone know he's the main man, but inside you're raging.
Yeah.
So anytime he messes up, you half want to stick the knife in it.
Yeah.
And I'm just...
Why is my
And
opportunity
I'm just a
not
little
come?
bitch in the background going like, I've got to do more running, more shooting, more this, more that. And I've got to kind of suck up to the coaches a little bit to even get in the conversation. That's the dynamic of a change room. And that's just the strikers. Then you go midfielders, defenders, goalies.
So almost
then
regardless
you go
now
coaches.
of the amount of help that's there, it's just that's.
But everyone in those rooms,
because
so this is what no
ultimately
one ever talks about. Even the coaches are trying to aspire to do their own thing.
Yeah.
Because the reason to be a coach is to help. It's not to, I want to be a coach in League 2 and I'm going to get to the Prem. No, you help the people that are there, and if they do well, you move on with them. But now everyone's talking about patterns of play, how they do it. Do you know what I mean? So if I would have had Ravel Morrison, let's say, I'm going, right, I know, without even knowing him, I got to get him to work. Once I get him, he'll be fine. So do I empower him by going, look, what time do you like to start? Everybody else will go, fucking hell, like, why would you do that? He's our best player, but also he's an addictive personality. So 8 to 9 players want to be around him. You'll find that a lot, innit?
Yeah.
I'm talking without even asking him this, by the way. So he can change 8 to 9 people around here. So if he wants to train at 11, we'll all train at 11. But I'll go, hey, don't be late because I'm doing this for you. You know? So me and him have got this like connection where he's going, he sees me, he hears me, but I'm using you for that 8, 9 people. Now I've got 9 people on side just by getting our best player on side. But what most people do is go, no. The rules are 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
If you got to be in at 9, and he could turn up at 8:59, that won't be good enough. Because you just keep rocking up just before trading and you're not prepped. You've heard a lie?
Yeah, that's how it is. It's mad. Even if I am on time,
You're not,
to certain
not early
people,
enough.
you're not on time.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
because they expect you 30 minutes early.
And it's stress. And that, do you know what? We briefly touched on Manu, but I want to talk about West Ham because this is where you bumped into, you came across my kind of people. So Nobes, Kevin Nolan.
He's a good guy, knows, isn't he?
Like they're my football friends. That like they're the people that you don't really know them, but I know me and you will get on, and vice versa. So when me and Nobes chat or me and Kev chat, I can chat to him now. I haven't spoke to him in a year, and it'll be like we spoke yesterday. Do you get what I mean? When you went there, I was like, "That's good for you."
Yeah.
It's the first thing I did, and obviously everyone talks about the Tottenham goal, but what was it like for you as a 17-year-old going there? Well, soon to be 18-year-old, going there knowing you're probably the best player still, and you've not played a first team game.
You know, it's difficult when I first went,
Yeah.
because I was away from Manchester. It's not like I could literally just go home, do you know what I mean, or go out or do this and that.
That was your first
And
time
we went
away.
from
You was living in, I don't want to bait you up, but you was living right in Central as well, isn't it?
where?
Canary
London.
Wharf.
Yeah, Canary Wharf.
So,
Yeah,
I remember, bro.
Yeah, he's good as well.
I didn't want to bait you up, but you was in the mix as well, isn't it?
So I went from that, but even this is where, when I was at United, this is what comes back to as well. I didn't understand how big and what I had at United.
Yeah.
So I went from like one of the best facilities in England to a porter cabin.
Yeah.
And obviously I got there and I was like, whoa, what's this? Do you know what I mean? And then that when I did go to West Ham, we was in the Championship.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm going there to play, and I only played 2 times when we was in the champ, and then I ended up going out on loan the following season, first season to Birmingham. But West Ham was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because that was with Big Sam. That was a good team. Was
Yeah.
Scotty Parker there then?
No.
He couldn't leave after.
The more loans you have as a player, does that make you lose faith as such in your parent
No,
club?
because when I was at West Ham, that was my first ever loan. So from United, I should have gone on loan somewhere.
But they never let. He was that good. They never let him out.
So
Do you know,
Does that ruin a player?
Do you know, to put it to your perspective, do you know who he would be now? Phil Foden. So there was like 2 years when everyone was like, Phil should be out on loan, innit? Phil should go this. And Pep was like, nah. He stays here. But he clearly had a succession plan to make him integrate into the team.
Was that not almost the issue with Cole Palmer a bit? Because he
Yeah, I
come
think
out and done the
City-
interview,
City,
didn't
yeah.
he? Where he said, I never actually wanted to leave, but they just didn't. They refused to loan me. So
Yeah.
it was a matter of like staying there
But
and
just
biding your time.
think about
or,
what
like,
you're
being
saying with
sold
those
to a
two
club.
in a social media age now where everyone's watching under 18s and 23s football.
we didn't have that.
They didn't have.
We didn't have social media back like 14 years ago, did we? Instagram went big.
Yeah,
or
we're
Twitter.
doing reserve leagues as well. So bear in mind, you played a resi game. We by 16, 17 played for the reserves. Played against 4 pros. There'll be lads that played 20, 30 games on the other side.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? That's why I think it should come back. Personally, I know the under 23s is like nice.
You get a few little
but
players in there.
you used to get beat up in those games, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it was good. It was good. And obviously, it develops you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Used to
play
see the
against,
size.
See, that's
yeah.
actually what I find funny now. I'm more in the non-leagues. Like, my mate's got a son at Swindon Town, and instead of keeping him in the youth setup, they loan him out to like
Different
I don't know,
at that
like
level.
a Gloucester City or something, or
Different
something
at that
like that.
level,
Yeah,
though, 'cause when you're
of
coming in
course.
at Swindon or League 1, League 2, you've got to be physically able to
Yeah, of
control yourself
course.
as opposed to.
But
technically.
he's gone from playing against, I don't know, like I don't want to say the best, but decent enough academies, right?
Yeah.
To then going straight into like, I don't know, 17,
But
18, playing against grown men.
Yeah.
And
But
that
you know,
physical
you know
side of the
it
game
teach-
that he's never seen
But you
before.
know, it teaches you though to have fucking. When that young man you're talking about goes to Gloucester or whoever he's gone to, those guys there are working and then going there. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
they,
yeah,
and they're
that's-
getting, I don't know, £50 a game,
Yeah,
let's say
yeah, yeah,
£80
yeah,
a game. To them, that's massive dough.
Yeah, because they're getting paid
So,
for
but
doing
what
they love.
he'll do
Yeah.
now, they'll go, "Oh, you little prick!" Like, get it? Like you don't have to work. This
The
is our
silk
life.
pajama argument.
Yeah, this
as
is our
such.
life,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
life and soul. Like
Whereas
we
this
do
is
it
you
'cause we love
full-time,
it.
yeah.
So you've got a chance now. So they'll kick him into shape without realising it. But anyway, fuck that. Back to West Ham. So we go to talk about the Mighty Blues because obviously that's my team, innit? But when you was at West Ham, yeah, you said you went out on loan. You then went. We'll go to Blues separately. But you went back. You played more games in the Prem than you did in the Champ.
For West Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I only played half a season in the Premier League for West Ham.
Yeah.
Because I had a...
Is that true? The Rondo thing. Is that true?
What happened?
Where they told you to get in the middle and you was like, fuck that.
Nah, it's not.
Nah.
It's just some people make so many... Like,
Have you heard this
stuff-
story?
I've never even heard that.
No, so there's a story. Again, I don't know if it's true.
Is this at West Ham?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rondo boxes. You know what they are? So you got Rondos. And obviously, every single day, youngest in the middle. They hate it, but it's like a hazing thing.
You
yeah.
do it type thing.
Yeah, like, no one likes doing it, but it's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
like
yeah,
youngest
yeah,
in the
yeah.
middle. Then when you get to like our age now, you love sending it.
Yeah, of course.
But there's a rumour that someone sent you in the middle and he was like, I ain't going in the middle. And then it kind of, that's where you basically just said, nah. And you kind of shut down that Rondos were happening.
Yeah,
that was genuinely a rumour.
I've never heard that one.
Man's out here making fake stories up.
I don't make fake
No,
stories.
There's a lot of stories that go around, yeah, where it's not actually happened, yeah, and I've never heard about it myself.
That's what I'm saying.
Why
It's
do
like,
people do
at
that?
West Ham, like that was the chat that he was meant to be in the middle, and he's like, nah. But the way it's portrayed is that you just
I couldn't
like,
get away with that with like Nobes or Kevin.
Yeah,
Nolan.
yeah.
You couldn't do that with them.
Yeah.
And they're people that I did respect. Well, I
Yeah,
do still
yeah,
respect.
yeah.
But I
Yeah,
respected. I respect them. Do you know what I mean?
But that was what was doing the rounds.
was,
That was considered why you left.
Yeah.
Oh, swear.
We spoke about it. He starts seasons a joke.
I only played the first half of the season at West Ham, and then I had I wouldn't say a fallout, but I had a disagreement over a contract with Sam Allardyce.
Yeah.
So that's where it kind of went sour. So then I went out.
Without stitching anyone up, is that because I'll ask you off here because that'll get us in trouble. The way you meant to go through someone to get. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Sticky one.
It's a sticky one still. Listen, there used to be a way. Let me speak for you. I don't want to get you in trouble. There used to be certain managers at a time that if you wanted a deal, they would push you to go and get it with an agent or their agent because they would get a kickback of it. But if you didn't do it their way, especially when you were younger, see you later. We'll get someone else.
That still happen now?
Don't know. I'd like to think no, but 10, 15 years ago, that was certainly the way that things were done. And he's not going to speak, and he can't get in trouble.
No. But that must make you lose faith at that point. You know where I said before about going on loans and stuff, and you said West Ham was when you went on your first loan, you didn't really know any different, right? Yeah. When you're dealing with stuff like that, that must make you lose faith in the game that you love.
Do you know what, yeah? Obviously, I was enjoying my time at West Ham. I enjoyed the club itself, the players, because I got on with Nobes and everyone. Nobes would look after me. Like, Nobes, Cat and Cole, Ginge, all unbelievable people. Even Sam, to a certain extent, he was a really nice guy. But then, obviously, I went out on loan. But I didn't mind going out alone because I went to QPR, which he was fighting to get back in the Prem.
Okay.
We played against you that season. Yeah. So we ended up getting promoted. Went back into West Ham, thought I'm going to get another chance now because I've done well. Started the pre-season.
That's 13-14, isn't it?
I think it
is.
Following year.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just think...
It's not like when you scored that madness.
No.
I think that was
No, I'm right now. It's 12-13. It was 12-13. Because I remember I got nicked that year.
Was it?
That was the year.
I didn't know that, you know.
Yeah, I got nicked that year. And I remember playing against you guys and you fucking battered us. It was raining at Upton Park. And I remember... I
didn't play.
You didn't play that one?
What
you got promoted? Did you got promoted with West Ham? Or you on about the year after the Prem?
No, so did you not go up the year after? You didn't go up that year, did you?
No, we didn't go that year.
That I would have been in the squad, but I wouldn't have played.
Yeah, and then I played against you with Blues.
The following year, no, for QPR. You was at our place, remember?
Fucking hell, yes, I do remember. Yeah.
I think we needed to win this game to stay in it, and I think we beat you 3-1.
Yeah, I remember. That's why I don't like QPR. Yeah, that's only genuinely petty.
Seriously?
Like that. Yeah. That year I
quite admire the shithousery of that.
I scored 25 that year.
Did you not go up?
Nah, but we ended up 14th.
Fucking hell, you scored 25.
Yeah, we went up through not automatic.
No, you'd have had Bobby Zamora.
That's when Bobby Zamora scored to go.
Yeah. Was Harry there? Yeah. Fuck me, we're gonna get to that by the way. But yeah, just with West Ham, I need you to see this because you're too young. This is the goal against Tottenham.
Okay.
Bear in mind, 17, 18, just turned 18 this time. Yeah.
18, 19, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been 18 at this point. Bear in mind. Let me just get this out. Sorry, bro.
This is Ravel Morrison. He's all on his own at the moment. And Morrison
Fucking hell.
Ravel Morrison! Is this to be great? Oh, it is!
I didn't think he went in, you know. I didn't think he went in. I thought he cleared it off the
Is that why you're looking around thinking?
Bro,
yeah.
That's 18 doing that. That's that White Hart Lane? Or was that White Hart Lane?
You know the maddest thing before that, yeah? I was in a warm-up. Obviously, I thought Millwall was West Ham's derby.
Yeah.
So I was in a warm-up, yeah? And like Kev's chatting to me. And because I grew up at United, I didn't really know much about London side. It's a massive game today. I was like, yeah. He's like, you ready, this and that? We've got to win. I think previous we didn't win 2 games before this. And I was like, yeah. He said, this is our main game of the season. It's a big rival. This. I was like, oh yeah, like just
sort of going along with it.
Like, you are thinking in your head like he's trying to get some out of it.
Yeah. I was thinking, but then he's like, it's a derby, and I think, you didn't even know that.
Yeah. Anyway, they go to Birmingham, and I want to touch on your time there a little bit because obviously as a Blues fan, which I am, unfortunately, is when I say unfortunately, like you just can't get away from it. Innit?
I think
you're doing all right now, though. I was going to say you're in a happier position now.
I've had 10 years, bro, of like, fucking hell, is this got to be the year, or is this got to be the ownership, or like it just. But now we get to milk it because we've got dough now, innit? So it's fine. But I'm saying, you were there, and you smashed it again. Was there ever a point in your time when you're like, I found a home? Because Birmingham to Manchester's a lot closer. Yeah. It's like, what, an hour?
I would have stayed at Birmingham.
Yeah.
But it was just the reason that he wasn't in the Prem.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Where my parent club, West Ham, was in the Prem.
Yes.
And I've obviously moved from Manchester United to play the Prem.
In the Prem.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't want to stay in the Champ. So I would have stayed at Birmingham. That was the only reason.
But you weren't out in Brum like that, though. After, you were still going back to Man, innit?
Yeah, it's round the corner.
I know, but I'm like... Because I was at Watford and I was still going out in Brum. So I was like, I'm about to bump into this guy.
Yes.
The only time I've ever seen him out was in Manchester, in a place used to be called Neighbourhood back in the day.
Yeah. It's closed down.
Yeah.
Well, it's not closed down, they've renamed it.
There was another one, and I forget the name of it, but all I remember is after it reopened, they chained the bottles to the table.
Was it Live? Not Live.
No,
Peaky. No. What's it called?
You know the one I'm on about, it?
Did it get shut down because of New Year's?
Yeah.
Oh, what was that called? I can't remember.
But yeah.
I know what you're on about.
Yeah, it was lively, man. But anyway,
that's the life that people don't see. Yeah.
But Bijou? Nah, that's
still there.
No, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we used to go there before with my pals, but yeah.
One Central.
Yeah, always.
I think it's One Central.
Is it One Central? Yeah. Always used to be.
That was a good one, that.
Mad Gaff.
Yeah, do you know what's funny? And you're probably the same. When you meet footballers, and we technically are footballers, but when you meet footballers that have been in it and conditioned and had all the right things, they go to the same certain safe spaces, should we say. When you get people that are not
a bit more unhinged,
we end up going to the same places.
See, I would never be around footballers.
Yeah.
Out of football.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every footballer thinks they're privileged to something in life.
And like almost like above other people as such.
Where I have my own friends and we just live a normal life.
Do you think that's a thing more so than ever with social media and that?
I don't know. I just think it's a bad bubble.
Yeah.
It's the only bubble you'll talk about money more than ever. You go to work.
You mentioned this actually. You said to me, and I think it was from when you went to FGR.
Yeah.
That when you're in the Champ and the Prem, money isn't as much of a
because everyone's getting done.
And it's, I don't want to say love for the game as such, but like there'll be an element of that.
So
but it's what you expect.
That. And it'd be good to get your take on this actually. High Champ and Prem, all your focus is about winning.
Yeah.
Because you know you're getting.
If you're in the Prem, if you're not like Man City now, Liverpool, Arsenal, you're fighting to stay in the Prem. If you're in the Champ, you're fighting to get to the Prem. Do you know what I mean? So you're always fighting for something.
And you know that money comes with that, right?
Yeah, well, but also your basic wage will be relatively good anyway. No matter, and again, decent. I think this is hard to explain to people that work normal jobs. Like, decent in football is unreal in normal life. Because we could say, could say decent, and we go 20 grand a week.
Of course,
and like you sound like an arsehole.
Fucking hell, mate! No, 20 grand a week.
But you sound like an arsehole.
You get more than that now, do you?
Do I fuck?
But you sound like an arsehole. When you deep in it, it's fucking like in football. You're like, but your man over there is getting 40. So you don't ever appreciate that you're making 20 bags. You're like, I should be getting 40.
He could be like, he was like the main striker at Watford. I'd come in as a midfielder. And it probably would have been the same. I would be like on 15 a week. It would be on like 45 a week. Where to me, to you, it's like, fucking hell, 15 a week.
Whereas when you're playing, you're thinking, no, bro, I want to be.
Yeah. We play the same.
There's a big gap between it, but obviously it's
it's a mad bubble, isn't it?
It is. You've always got to appreciate getting money, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Because it helps.
Only now when you fucking ain't getting on like me that you're fucking.
You're thinking, oh shit.
I will buy one more year.
I'm a bit conscious of time,
it's all good.
But you say you're playing now UAE League 2.
Yeah.
We see more and more footballers coming into the Arab world as such. How are you finding playing out here? I mean, talk to us
Culturally
through like
as well,
yeah,
yeah.
culturally in terms of like the level of football. Because you were saying off camera, you know, you've got I don't know players that are coming in, you're training every day, and then there might be some players that are only there on a match day as such. I mean, talk us through that because that must be a bit different to what you're used to as such.
Yeah, it's different. It's in a where I'm playing Precision. It's an enjoyable club.
Yeah.
Like you've got a good set of lads where everyone respects each other. Where if you go into the European leagues, everyone's got like a bit of an ego. Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to be the main man, but over here it's just.
Did you struggle with that?
Enjoyment for the sport.
Dealing with egos.
Nah, I didn't. You know.
No.
Just got on with it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's like one of them things you
Yeah,
expect,
yeah.
I imagine. Yeah.
So I got on with it, but like if you come over here, everyone just wants to play and enjoy it.
What's been your biggest shock about it all?
Over it, the heat.
Yeah, true. You were saying
The
that.
heat gets to the second half, you can't breathe.
So that's what I find really funny. It's like a different type of air.
Yeah.
And it's just for people watching, I ain't really been to it. It's a bit like, what the fuck's he on about? But in Saudi, it's
No,
very...
you know what the training times.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've got
It's
to
like
be
7 a.m. and you were saying.
Yeah, we've got to be in for like 7:30.
Well, that's what I found funny
on the
about.
Astro for 7.
What time are your
7:45.
games?
So on
Evening. Really?
5
So
o'clock,
Saudi,
you know.
for example.
Yeah, it's
Really?
Mounted, yeah.
So
Like
that's
this
what
week-
I might need to come play. Lose a bit.
the
Yeah,
silver
you
li-
can still play over here. You're the best striker in the league. Easy, you should come out and
the
play.
silver lining to Saudi as such was that like when I went over, games wouldn't start until like 11 p.m.
At night.
as such. Yeah. Whereas that's what I'm saying. So it's
play
still
at 5.
hot, but
All
you're
this
playing
week-
at the coolest.
All this week we start training midday, 12 o'clock.
Fucking hell, man.
Yes.
And it's humid over here,
it's
right?
mad still, yeah. It's crazy.
That must
Sometimes-
condition
yeah.
you differently.
There's 3 big things we need to deal with. One, I want to talk about Wayne Rooney because that relationship is obviously sick. Not only with Derby but going to DC. I want to talk about America. I do want to talk about Lazio more. I know you didn't play a lot of games.
Yeah.
But see you like I don't know about you. When I was a kid, Channel 4, fucking Serie A
Yeah.
was the shit. Do you know what I mean? As growing up, you're just watching it. You wouldn't know about this.
No, but I
You don't know about
remember
Freeview
the
TV.
days of no. But I remember the days of you'd have the Spanish league on ITV and stuff like that. growing
Yeah,
up
so
as such.
imagine we used to have it
Whereas
on a
kids
Saturday
now definitely
morning.
don't have
It'd
that.
be like a build-up show. It'd be I forget the guy's name, bald-headed fella. Be sat outside a coffee shop, little coffee, and he's talking about.
When I was growing up, and
Yeah.
probably for you, like the main teams in Champions League was
Yeah.
AC Milan,
Yeah.
Juventus.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Them type of
Yeah,
teams
yeah.
there.
And Lazio was like one of them teams that it's just iconic at it. Napoli, iconic. And when you went to Lazio, I was like, fuck it. I'm not gonna lie, I was hating. I was like, how the fuck's he nicked that? Do you know what I mean? Not for a bad way, just looking here, 0 games at United, 18 at West Ham, 27 at Blues, 15 at QPR, 7 at Cardiff.
Yeah.
And then you go,
Cardiff was a mad one.
and, God, I'm just saying, and then you go and nick Lazio. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck it, how's you got that? I'm grafted it, yeah? You know what I mean?
Cardiff
Go on,
was
talk
a
to me
mad
about Cardiff.
So I went to. Remember when I told you before? I thought I was going to go back to West Ham, get the chance.
Yeah.
Because I've done well at QPR.
Because you've done it,
been
and then you're
promoted now.
expecting Premier
Yeah,
League as such. Yeah.
Been promoted. So obviously I thought I was going back to West Ham. Come back to West Ham pre-season. Started training well. Did everything right pre-season. Also like off-season. Sam's pulled me and said, "Oh, you won't be playing this season. Why I'm here?" But I was like, "Why? I don't understand. I've done everything right. I've come back. There's no problems. No one's moaning about the contract." He was gone. He said, "You're not in my plans." So I was like, "All right then." He said, "But we sorted out your move." I was like, "Where to?" He said, "Oh, Cardiff." So I said, "Oh, I'm not going." So he's
Where were they at that point?
Cardiff.
Yeah,
In the
Championship.
Championship.
But they weren't.
Cardiff's a good club though. Don't
Yeah,
you?
Yeah.
Is it?
But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in terms of, so you'd just gone up with QPR.
Yeah.
So you're expecting, like you say, you're
Prem.
expecting to be in that
Yeah.
West Ham setup, but you're probably not expecting a club like a Cardiff as such, right?
Yeah.
Not at those times. And they were like, I don't want to be disrespectful. They were.
No, it's just
they
how
were
it
a
is.
solid championship.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But
a-
they're
it's a
not.
very good- when you're there,
But
it's a
they're
good
not
club,
at the
isn't it?
time what you maybe thought you were going to
Yeah.
get as such. Yeah. How did you take that?
So obviously I've gone back in. He said, "You go in Cardiff." Like he didn't give me the option. He said, "You go in Cardiff." So I said, "I'm not going Cardiff." I said, "Let me speak to my agent and we'll come back in the next 24 hours." So I've left the room by myself. I phoned Harry Redknapp and said, West Ham don't want me. Can I come back to QPR? And he said, we've been speaking to the club, spoke to Sam, they're not allowing you to come back.
What?
Yeah, it was mad.
So they blocked you
so
to...
he said, I'm not allowed back. But
So-
this one, they've just gone Prem as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, can we not, is he no way we can
And they
sort it
would have
out?
taken you.
Yeah,
course we would've.
Harry said he wants to take me. And he said, but there was nothing we can do. The club said no.
Do you hear how football business works now?
It don't surprise me though. You see it in all sports.
No, but listen
man.
to what he just said there. He went in expecting to be involved after just getting promoted with QPR. And he goes, you're not involved and we've sorted your move out. So just think how long the conversations have been going on behind his back.
Yeah, so
Do you get it?
all this pre-season where I've been thinking,
grafting, thinking I'm getting into the
squad.
team. Yeah.
They've never wanted me. Do you know what I mean? I have no plans. And then like, it was just...
Or even
So you have ended up there,
Where?
Cardiff.
Yeah, so I ended up going Cardiff.
So what's the process? So you speak to your agent. You're not allowed to go back to QPR. What's that little period
and then
like?
obviously I've come back in. I've had a back and forth now and said like, it's unfair. You treat me like this. Like if I allow me to go to QPR, and he said we sorted out with Cardiff and this is where you're going. If you turn it down and say no, then you with the 21s. And they said to me, I'm not allowed back. I'm not even allowed to speak. You know about the thing because
side it up
basically
there.
saying
So,
that
go.
I'm not allowed to train with the first team
Yeah.
if I don't take the Cardiff thing. So
Why
I
did
said-
they block a move to QPR? Just being difficult.
Yeah, play hypothetical. You're manager of West Ham, I'm manager of QPR. You let him come to me.
Oh, true rival.
And he no. Well, it's simple as that. He does well, and we finish above you.
Why have you got rid of him?
There's a question. Fan base going. Hold
But is
on.
it that? That's fucked, you know.
It is that simple. It's that egotistical, isn't it?
How many games did you play at Cardiff?
Was it 7?
Yeah, 7.
Was that just because
So
your head
I
was
went
gone?
there.
You didn't want to be there.
No, but I went there. So I spoke to James Collins. Do you remember Danny Gavardon?
He wouldn't know. I do.
So he
Danny's
got
good
the
man.
yeah, he's a great guy. He got the manager's role there, player manager. Obviously, he's a good friend with James Collins. James Collins sat me down and said, "I'll get him to look after you, this and that." Obviously, I trust James. He's a top guy.
Ginger's good, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So I thought, you know what, I'll go and play some games. It was 1 week. He come back in the changing room as a player, and then he took Russell Slade. Do you remember him? And then
I already know where this is going.
he's a great guy, yeah, but
Just not a good manager.
no, he's a good manager
He's-
for what he
he's,
does. He's just different. He's
yeah.
like
He's a League 1, League 2 type
Okay.
manager.
yeah, he's a good manager, a top guy.
Good
So all
good
of a
people
sudden
skills,
you've gone
not
from being-
tactically the best.
You've gone from being with
Everyone has
Harry.
their opinions
Yeah,
on it.
no, fine. You don't have to voice that yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've gone from being with
The fact that you played 7.
with a Harry Redknapp the season before. You've all known. Even moving to West Ham,
Yeah.
you said you felt like it was almost a little bit humbling as such because all you'd ever known was the facilities
Yeah.
at Manchester United. Then you're thrown in with a manager like that. Do you almost think that's what at that point there you're like? That's what. I don't want to say fucked it because that almost comes a
No,
little bit
because every
disrespectful.
manager's different, as you
Yeah,
know
of
yourself.
course.
Everyone's got their own tactics and that. Like, if that's his way of playing and this is how he wants to train, and you've got to get on with
Was
it.
that back
But
to
it's
front quickly?
Yeah.
Not
But that's what I
playing
mean. That's so yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's very League 1, League 2.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that disrespectful. Just at the time, like 2 up front, freaking get a ball out wide, cross it. That
Channel.
I take
that,
it.
That don't play to
That's
his
not.
skill
I was
set.
going to say you're not getting the best out of yourself in that.
You
innit?
ain't getting
You
nothing
just-
out of him because you're asking him to do a box to box.
Yeah.
And it was when I went to Cardiff at the time. That's when. Do you know when you talk about the loans and this and that? That's
And you
when
lost
that's
faith.
I felt flat.
Yeah.
Like I thought,
Did that kill your love and passion for the game a little
You
bit?
want.
it
Nah, you want
kill
a
your
home,
own
innit?
passion. Yeah, you,
You
want
want-
home,
yeah.
but you killed your confidence.
Yeah.
Like you just feel like.
That's mad to hear
don't
you
want
say
it.
that. You
Do you know
know.
what I mean?
I even though I know everyone's got confidence issues or good or bad, you just always strike me as like I'm Rav, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it feels like you're just getting chucked about.
yes,
it, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
no,
It's
I
like,
get
oh,
that. I totally get that. And I
Yeah.
just to hear you say that though is a bit like I don't know. It's just the presence of it. Presence is like I'm Rav, innit? Just give me the ball, get the fuck out of the way. Do you know what I mean?
That's how I would like it to be, innit? But when it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so one loan move that I think I know why you did it, but I don't know why the fuck you did it. Why would you go to Middlesbrough, bro? for you, that's a lively person, likes being close to family and everything. Middlesbrough is in the arse end of nowhere. Great club, I get that.
It's because I was at Sheffield United.
Yeah. Chef's not far from Manchester, though, bro.
It's not.
I'm starting to see the 1 hour radius, isn't it?
This whole thing killed me, though, you know.
Okay, go on.
It killed me. So I was at Sheffield United. The change room there was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like the players in that change room, even down to the staff as well. It was a big family. So everyone's training for each other every day. It's a high standard. But we went into the Prem, and they was beating teams like Tottenham, drawing against Man United.
Yeah.
And we went on an unbelievable run. And it's not like I can go knock at the manager's door and say, when's my chance coming? Because
they're playing so well.
they're winning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're winning, they're doing everything right. I'm doing everything right. The whole team is. So it's a good vibe. Even though I'm pissed off that I'm not playing.
Yeah.
It's hard to when
it's
the
hard
group's
not
on.
to. It's
sort
like,
of,
I'm still happy for everyone else
because you're part of that. Yeah.
But when you've got when you've got a good group, if he goes and sulks, he'd be the
you
outlier.
become the odd one out. Yeah.
So
of course.
you have to. You can be pissed, but you have to still.
And also,
buy
I suppose you're a bit acceptant at that point, like you say.
So
if you're
hard.
doing
this,
so well,
this is where I'm like,
and they weren't really expected to do as well as they did. You're almost a little bit
so
like.
This is what I'm saying. So now I'm like, I'm pissed off.
You want to play?
Excuse me, I'm pissed off, but the team's doing well.
You get it. You're acceptant of it.
The vibe's high. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going in training.
And you're still enjoying yourself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm going in training because the vibe's so high and we're winning. It's hard to just sulk, do you know what I mean, or be pissed off. And then, so then I did want to play though. So it come to January, and it was the last day of the window. Woodgate come into the training ground.
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah. And then he was speaking to Wilder, and obviously Wilder said to me, "Do you want to go out on loan and play some games?" So I thought, I may as well go and play. COVID hit. We come back into football after COVID, and do you remember when he had from 3 substitutions? So you allowed us how many you want, and 5 on the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 are allowed to come on.
Yeah.
So I think if I would have stayed at Sheffield that time,
you would have got your chance.
Got more time.
that's when I would have started.
That's annoying.
Yeah, because now they've allowed more substitutions and everything.
Because they went down. That's the year we went down as well. That was Sheffield United, Bournemouth.
Because they went down the following year, right? You know what? I actually still find it's funny that you talk about that family feel at Sheffield United. I know that they've lost a lot of players off the back of last season.
I don't really want to talk too much about it because I always think it's a bit harsh, and when someone just passed away. But Sam, I don't think people are giving Sam Baldock the credit he deserves. George. I keep saying Sam. Sorry, my apologies. George, because of he was a proper bloke, proper good lad, and like I know
that's what Ollie and those boys have always.
But
said
England
to
played
me,
Greece, and obviously they showed their sign of respect. But I don't think people have spoke to the person enough. Like he was a lovely kid, man.
Well, that's the
He's
vibe.
like one of them changes where he gets the mood.
Yeah,
he's a good guy, man.
He's just a nice person, man. Sorry, I said Sam. I meant George. Apologies.
Yeah.
That's sort of like I was gonna. From being with, I went over to the training ground at the back end of last season at Sheffield United, and
his boys evolving.
What really surprised me.
Name drop that every 10 seconds.
Yeah, just for a little bit. Brilliant guy. Brilliant guy.
He's good to have in the
You know, oh my god, I bet. But what baffled me as such, not baffled me, but they were in a position where they sort of accepted going down as such. But where they'd had that core of the team for so long and not much had changed, and it was pretty similar to when you would have been there, some of the guys in and around the dressing room, they were so they still were sure that they were going to stay up. And that surprised me because I'd never seen really, and I haven't got a massive experience of it, but the faith never went. Is that right? And what you experienced, that would be the type of lads that you wouldn't be surprised that they kept that sort of faith as such.
It wasn't like cliquey.
Yeah.
Everyone was together. So everyone believed in each other. So you believe that you can get out of a situation when you're all in it together. So there was no cliques or this group, that group, and everywhere.
It's mad how quick a click can happen in
like
football.
At Derby, we was finished. We had minus 21 points. But because we was all so close together as a team, we thought we was going to get out of this, which we nearly did, but it just come to other teams where...
Perfect segue. So Wayne gives you the call. So I'm going to make another statement. Wayne Rooney might be the most disrespected footballer in English history.
Disrespected.
People don't know how good Wayne actually fucking was. And still is.
I think he's the best player ever to come out of England.
Yeah, that
By far.
I don't disagree. I don't
By
disagree with
far.
that. I don't disagree with that. There's nothing that man couldn't do. You know how we talk now about like, I don't know, Cole Palmer, Bellingham, all this. Wayne could score goals, was stronger than most, was rapid, would tackle. Bear in mind at 18, he's taking on Lilian Thuram and going, you're fucking getting it. Like, scored, just the man in it, just so it. I think, this is a question, but I'm going to phrase it with me asking. I think he sees a lot of him in you. Natural talent.
Not as good as him.
No, but I'm saying he sees a lot. Yeah.
Also, remember, he's kind of similar to me.
Yeah.
Do you know
His
what I mean?
background.
He's grew up from,
exactly.
Like, I'd say the streets and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's had a hard upbringing.
That's what I'm saying. So I think he sees you and goes, nah, this guy just needs. I could give him that.
That
love or what.
as such.
Yeah, that's why I said love earlier, but I don't know if it's love, respect. I don't know.
I know what
it
you
is,
mean by
but
it,
it's
though.
just,
Yeah.
He relates to you at it. So how did that conversation go? Because you're in Sweden at this point.
Well, nah.
Where's this? I don't even know where this team is.
I was from Sweden. I went to Sheffield.
Dutch football.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the? How you say that team? ADO what?
Den Haag. Yeah, Den Haag.
Yeah. Sorry, the man out there, but I never heard of you. Never heard of you. But yeah, you're out there.
I left Den Haag because that was COVID as well. That
Yeah.
And there was a travel ban. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I ended up leaving there.
Stuck over there, yeah.
And then I was meant to go and play in the Gold Cup with Jamaica,
Yeah.
but I couldn't get into America at this time.
That's peak.
Mad.
Yeah, I couldn't get
That's
into America.
so
So
peak.
the teams travelled from Jamaica to America, and I'm sat in a hotel for 10 days by myself.
Quarantine.
Trying to
Just
go
try
into
to
the embassy
figure out.
every day,
Oh,
go into a
shit.
meeting, back and forth, and it took like 9 to 10 days, and he turned around and said, no, you can't
Oh,
get in.
that's long.
So obviously, but in this time, when I'm sat there, Derby have obviously got this problem going on where they can only get 3 players now.
Yeah.
So my agent's talking to
Okay,
Where
got
trying
you.
to make it.
and my agent's saying to him that he's sat over there, he's not training at the minute, you can come in. So end up going in, you give me a chance, and yeah.
I can only imagine when you turn up on a training pitch, you'd be the type of player that pisses me off. And what I mean by that is, small-sided game, you want him on your team because you're winning. Because he'll win it on his own. Chop him out of that.
Small side is just good, so. I don't think football will ever decides my game.
I was going to say that's what Heine always said. This guy on a smaller pitch
bro,
is elite.
You know, in basketball, it's
like
breaking
5s or
ankles.
7s.
Yeah, you just twist him.
That's your
up.
game, yeah.
Ben, me and Ben, we won a competition over here.
No, don't get. He's told me, brother.
Nah,
I don't
he's
want
good,
to
he's
gas his
good.
ego up anymore, man.
I've got to
The
give
guy-
Ben his credit.
Oh,
He's good.
no.
He's
give it-
toxic.
That's he's the most toxic geezer ever. I cannot play sport with that man.
He'll know what I mean,
Yeah.
because we call ourselves Toxic FC, and he's a leader.
Yeah.
But
Of course he
He's the
fucking is.
captain.
Imagine
Yeah,
my
yeah.
shock.
He's good to have on your team,
The
Ben.
boys not impressed. But yeah, so anyway, you go in, and I can imagine it's like, right, probably we'll have to ask Wayne this. Wayne's probably had to have a little conversation like, look, I can bring Rav in because you do come with perceived baggage, innit?
Yeah.
Like history, whatever. So he's got him in and like, just let me get him in the door, innit? Because Wayne knows as soon as he trades, everyone's gonna we need him. So he gets it, you playing. I feel like, am I right? You weren't captain, but I feel like you definitely would have been part of the leadership group, right? He would have made you.
At Derby?
Yeah.
So we had, remember Tom Lawrence?
Yes.
He was skipper.
Yeah.
He's the same age as me. He was
Okay.
skipper. But then we had like...
Richie still there, Keo? Or Keo left the year before?
Yeah, no, he was there.
Richie's
He
still
come-
there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could lad him, innit?
Wait.
No. I'm on about Stearman.
Yeah,
I went with
Stearman,
Keo,
yeah.
he left.
Keo left because I would say
I'm
the
about Richard
car
Stearman.
crash incident was the
Yeah.
year before, wasn't it?
2 years before.
2 years before.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
So I'm with Richard Stearman.
Richie Stearman, yeah.
He's-
Richie's top. He's proper.
He was at Sheffield United as well. But
He's,
he was,
by the way, I don't know if you like to say this, but his daughter is going to be the fucking Messi at football. She's a fucking joke, bro. Richie Stearman's daughter. Remember I told you that?
as in football wise.
As in football.
Okay.
She's a fucking joke.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, carry on. Sidebar.
But he's unbelievable to have in there.
Yeah.
I respect him. Like, he's one of the people that I would think, yeah, if I was going to go to dinner with someone
Yeah, it'd be him.
on a
Pick
football
out,
table,
yeah.
I've got to bring Stacey because he's funny. He's everything about him, man.
What was that year like, knowing that you were just up against it the whole time? I suppose that brings an extra dog. I remember watching it unfold.
Yeah.
And there was this belief in Derby County that season that everyone had, no matter who you supported. I suppose unless you're a rival.
You know what? I think a lot of other teams and a lot of fans, because they seen what we was going through,
wanted you to do well. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I felt like everyone...
Everything about it was a redemption story.
Yeah.
It was Rooney redemption story, Derby redemption. Like, do you know what I mean? Also, I don't want to get this wrong because it could get me in trouble, but the owner was loaded. He got sick, didn't he? Mal Morrison. Was it Mal Morrison?
I don't know if he got sick.
Yeah, but something like that. But he just stopped putting money in, didn't he?
Yeah, so there was 1 month where Rooney paid everyone's wage.
Yeah, because Wayne
I heard about like some of the...
Wayne got in trouble for that, didn't he? And even, do you know what's funny about that? You just said he paid everyone's wages, yeah, to keep it going. Do you know whose name was in the paper? Wayne Rooney pays Ravel Morrison's wages.
That's just media, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but he paid everyone's.
But he paid everyone's, but he paid his. And got his
to try and dig you out.
Yeah, but yeah, so you went down the last game of the season? Two games? It was towards, you made a real good fight of it, I remember that.
Yeah, so we end up getting beat by QPR. Away, and then Reading end up drawing the game.
Yes.
So that result just killed us. But if Reading would have lost, I think Reading went on a bit of a run.
Yeah.
For the last 5-6 games where they weren't winning, but it was drawing and nicking 1 point.
Yeah.
What do you think? Just to Wayne, why it seems to be working out, but why does he get this bad publicity that it doesn't work
as a manager? Yeah.
In your opinion, because you've had 2 experiences with him, and obviously we'll move to DC.
You know, because I feel like when he's in the club, all the players love him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's a very.
Is that what it is? You reckon?
Yeah.
He's a because you get 2 type of managers. I think you get a players manager and you get a club manager.
So he's a players manager.
Yeah.
Like the players will love him, but where you get like I don't know who's.
Arteta or Pep was like they're going to do it their way.
I'm an Arsenal fan, so I love Arteta.
No, but I'm saying is, into that then. So here's
Pep's not, Pep's.
But even go with Arteta, Arteta has changed the whole club and he's doing it his way. He's not going to be player led by anything. Yeah. Where Rooney's more like, I think the players would like this more as opposed to what would upstairs like.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Rooney's got all the players' intentions instead of
disappointed in you at Arsenal, man. I'll be honest. We'll talk about that after, but disappointed in that. I thought we could be friends. Maybe not.
Just thought, I won't say Tottenham.
Nah, Blues, bro. But fuck Arsenal.
But Rooney's got like he has all the players' intentions, the best intentions. So he wants what's best for the players. So obviously he's a player himself.
Yeah.
And he's a bit of a what do you say wild card?
Yeah. Maverick.
Well, do you know what I mean?
Maverick. Yeah.
So he knows what it's like and what the players require really.
Good with days off.
Very good.
Yeah, things seem to be looking a bit brighter with Plymouth. I mean, they were under a lot of fire at the start of the season as such.
But I just wondered because obviously Derby did well, did stay up, but 21-point deduction gave you a chance.
Did the best they could have done in this. Well, not the best, but like,
the presentation is he got them relegated.
Yeah.
Then you go DC, and was he 3 years there, 4 years there, and he made up 2 years. He made the playoffs, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he didn't make the first year we went in. Because we went in together.
Okay.
So we went in late where he was kind of...
Christian already out there, Benteke already out there.
Yeah.
I suppose the season's a different...
Chris's character is good.
Is it?
Yeah, top guy.
But but the presentation is that he's never really done anything. But I suppose at DC, and you could talk to this better than anyone, it would have been a whole cultural change and an identity that he was trying to create that they probably didn't have before.
Yeah,
Fair?
I'd agree with that.
Professionalism and that.
Obviously, he's gone... DC's a good club, got good players, good fan base, but he's gone into a club where the whole football is just completely different to where he's been at Derby.
Of course,
We started off at Derby where we know what we're doing as a team.
Yes.
Players know the roles, players understand the roles.
Yeah.
Where at DC it's very basic football. So he's tried to bring in a football like Man City or like we did at Derby to this team where sometimes the players just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like we went through a drill and we was doing a throw-in and you'll get it and you'll leave one player so far over there.
Yeah.
So we're out and we'll switch it. And he's made one player do this drill like 4 times and he just couldn't switch it. So
I heard about this story.
He's jumped in.
He's jumped in and done it himself.
Threw in the ball, chest, zing.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Straight through ball, and you're thinking. Obviously, I'm sat there thinking, fucking hell, like, not everyone can do that. You need to understand that.
Did he not realise that?
No, it's just
because he's
so good.
Advanced and
Yeah.
To him, that's a basic.
Rudd said that. John Ruddy said that when he was at Blues as well. So he did it in Air Forces.
Oh, swear down.
It's a scandal, you know.
So
he was joining free kicks, yeah. Come out in a pair of ons or something, yeah, at Derby, yeah. And we'll be doing free kicks before Friday, and he'll win, and you think, oh, you're taking a piss. Like, I've got a game tomorrow.
Confidence, he just
so,
but Rudds would say the same. So I can't remember who said the midfield as well, but he would say to him, the way that we play, it's the same model that he's doing, isn't it? Obviously, you want to get out the other side. Also, everyone's pressing now. So you want to drop the ball into that wing back or into that wing back. So obviously, he's got them doing the drill. They're not. The ball's going everywhere, and he's like, it ain't fucking hard. Yeah, gets the ball, turns, zings it,
does it himself.
But as he zings it, like the player's running onto it. Like you don't understand how hard that is to drop it where the person's gonna be, not where he is. He said, look down, he's got fucking white Air Forces on while he's doing it.
That don't surprise me. Let me ask you this then.
It's like the next day when we had got a free kick in a match, and you're kind of looking up to the bench,
thinking, come back on in your arms and take it. Let me ask you this.
Sorry, I had Zola, who did the same thing when we was at Watford. Zola used to come up, but he used to do it in boots.
I think I've seen a clip of that, you know.
Well, he used to do on Friday. We had at the time Alman Abdi, Lewis McGugan were known for their free kicks, and he'd say 5 free kicks, 20 quid.
Yeah.
See who scores. He'd score 3, maybe 4 out of 5.
Zola.
Score, yeah. And they couldn't beat him. The other one probably hit the bar. Like, Joe, it was a scandal, mate.
As a player,
I did end up beating him though, you know. In the end, I ended up beating you human as well.
Little 20 quid on it?
No.
Just friendly.
You'll never say it, but I ended up beating him.
Going from playing in like Mexico, Italy, I suppose being at Manchester United and stuff like that, to then going to DC United, where I've been to MLS games. The football culture is so different. I don't want to take the piss out of MLS football fans and such, but the few MLS games I've been to and stuff, like, you hear the chants, it's so different. Yes, that's the right word. Fight and win type stuff. So talk to me as a player going to...
you know what, in England...
Because how are you going from Guadalajara football to... Do you know what I'm saying?
Obviously in England, you like... fans they've got the Bovril.
Proper.
You come to America, they've got candy floss, popcorn.
What's going on? Hot dogs and
half of them ain't even fans. It's just like a day.
They're just there. They're just there for something to do.
Get like, was there any abuse? Was there any abuse in the games or not? Radio? Was it more like you suck kind of vibe?
Yeah, bitch.
He's out here scoring and he's laughing at him. That's what I'm saying. Did you not find it weird?
So when we're going to Mill, you've had it definitely. So when you go into Millwall and that, they're calling you.
That's what he told me a story about Millwall actually.
You want to jump over in the stand.
And go and have a fucking tear up.
They're saying stuff about your family.
Yeah.
And they're calling you like skin colour and that.
Yeah.
You go over to America and they're saying, "Oh, you're crap." And you think, mate, see you later.
What was it like out there? Do you enjoy your experience out there? Looking back.
Yes, I did. Because I signed there for a year and a half.
Yeah.
For the second half. For that whole year, I couldn't get registered. For the first half, I got registered, so I enjoyed it. And we was travelling, so you travel from like...
I was going to say
far, innit? I remember
you're flying to every game.
A friend of mine went to... Where did Sean go? He went to Orlando. Sean's at Ledger back in the day.
Orlando Magic.
And they signed Kaka.
Oh shit, I remember.
He was there.
But when you...
2013, 14,
you end up going to LA.
But he said, like, you travel...
5 days.
Yeah.
You end up staying in LA for like 5 days.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah.
And I'm by myself.
You must have been having it off.
Yeah, I'm by myself. So
he said he was
you must have been absolutely having it off.
And obviously with Rooney.
Yeah, wait there with him.
We're going to like restaurants.
Yeah.
So we'll be like me, Christian Benteke, and do you know, there was a few other players in here. And we'll be going to like restaurants, and you'll be in there with like Jamie Foxx and the game and that, and it's like, you know.
Yeah.
But over there, because obviously I'm just from Manchester. The game's a big rapper to me.
Yeah.
Over there, just walking about like.
That's what I found mad about the States actually. When we were in LA,
the States for that reason.
Yeah. Fox, no one's interested.
No one. Yeah, they're not.
I remember me and my wife went. It was in New York and it was in Starbucks, and I've turned to the left, and Matt Damon's just chilling, having a coffee, and no one's
Yeah, we had
bothering
this
him.
recently.
And I'm like,
I can't even
Matt
remember who it
Damon's
was.
fucking Bourne,
Really?
bro. Jason Bourne. No, you've never watched the movies?
Come on.
Bro, I love you, though.
Matt Damon.
He's a big boy actor, anyway. He's a massive actor to most people, except
But
I
that's
like
the thing
Denzel
about the
Washington.
States.
But I don't know
I remember being in LA. I can't even remember who they mentioned.
You
in
never
that.
watched Bourne Identity?
You got a picture?
Yeah, bro.
You're defo recognised.
Yeah, but anyway, carry on.
Oh, the bald head guy.
Do you?
No,
what
that's
were
Jason
the
Statham, bro.
Yeah.
what were the American lads like?
He's from England, isn't it?
Because
Is he not English?
Yeah.
Oh.
what were the American lads like? Like playing with them?
Yeah, they're all nice, right, very nice
but
lads and that.
yeah, but in terms
You get a lot that are really like good players and that. Like there was an American lad over there called Chris Durkin. He's gone on to like have a good career and that. He's a good player and that. But
but culturally, it must feel very different.
Yeah, some
like what you come from to what they come from is very different over in the US,
because
right?
they grew up with basketball.
Yeah.
NFL,
hockey, all this type of stuff.
They're athletes first,
Yeah.
and then football.
We've grew up
just football.
Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we grew up on.
I want to speak to. I get bad rep in Jamaica. You know that, innit?
Yeah.
They don't like me in Jamaica.
Why?
Because I said before.
You didn't
I didn't get called
up.
up, innit? But there's two different reasons for it. No, I did get called. Sorry, I'm chatting shit. I got asked to go loads of times. There's two different reasons. One time there was a German guy there, white guy that was in charge, and he come. Maps was at Reading at the time, and I was at Watford in Champ. And I remember Maps introduced me to him, and you know it should be like, oh, we'd love to have you to come, this, that, and the other. But in these times, I'm in the England conversation. I'm not there yet, but it's like
You feel like it's coming.
I'm next up. You know, like when Jay Buffer got called up for Cardiff. That kind of chat. So anyway, he's like, Jamaica this, Jamaica that. I'm with Mapsy, and Mapsy's there, and I know a few boys. So I'm like, maybe. This guy come and met me, and he's like, you're letting your country down, and this, that. Like, didn't even say hello to me. I'm thinking,
just trying to stuck
you
it
know,
on
I'm
you.
like, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you talking to? Anyway, that didn't go down well. And then at a later date, or an earlier date to that, sorry. Obviously, like my dad passed away, innit?
Sorry.
My dad, that has come. That's my dad's the Jamaican side of the family.
Yeah.
So my dad's dream was to go back to Jamaica once he'd sorted his troubles out and could travel back. Do you get what I mean? So that was something we was all going to do as a family. And even my dad's been dead 12 years now. We're only going this year for my sister's 30th. Yeah. Like all of us. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's all of us are going to go. So there was that element to it. But what I've said before is I didn't want to go there and be a bit like my intentions weren't right for going there. Do you know what I'm saying?
It was almost like a second choice or something.
And then up, like my nan obviously is out there. She's like, what are you saying this for? I said, no, I didn't say that. I said
It's
it like
just
this.
been-
Do you get what I mean?
yeah.
And the reason I ask is because Mapsy said to me, one thing that will stress you out, Troy, because he knows how I am,
I know what you're gonna say.
is like organisation is
man.
bad.
Oh, I bet.
You fly like basically you got to sort your own flight. So,
Yeah, Max, have you spoke to? I'm sure Max was at Watford at the time, with you.
Yeah.
So me and Maps, he said to us, so we was going to Japan.
Yes, I know exactly what you're about to say.
So
With Jamaica.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they're already there. So they said to me and Maps, like, get to London, we're sorting out the flight, this and that. So I've obviously come on a train from Manchester to London. Maps has gone from Watford to London. We've met up at the airport. So the flight's in like 2 hours left, 2.5 hours. So we're like, you got the flight ticket so we can go through. So there's like, give us 15 minutes. Waiting. There was like an hour and a half left. And we're saying like, what's going on? He's like, can you buy your flights and we'll reimburse you. Okay. So we're like, all right, yeah, sweet. Never seen the money since. I swear. Never seen the money back.
Really?
By the way, that's like regular stuff.
That kind of doesn't surprise
And then,
me.
do you know, this is the other thing that Map said. That I can't remember what it was, but you was training. He was in Jamaica. You was training, and he said lads were walking with the flash on to see where they're going because there's no lighting, and they wanted to save money on the light, so they didn't turn the lighting on until 5 minutes before training.
You know the
shit like that. And he's like, how I am. That would have rattled me so much.
Yeah, of course.
He would have
You're
been
used
like
to
that.
it.
When we're there, the organisation.
Are you not just stressed the whole
Fix
time?
it now.
Yeah.
Fix it a lot. Yeah.
Big Rasta Steve's in there, innit?
Well, I was just about to the funniest clip I have seen.
Seal it.
Yeah! Steve McLaren managing the
you know what I
Jamaican
love
national
about it,
team.
Because one thing you
Real bad man.
can't say nothing about Steve. He's so immersed in it. So you remember in Holland, and he did the bad accent and that. Like he just immersed himself.
Fuck yeah,
in
that was Steve, isn't it?
and it's sick. What is he? You've been with Steve? Or
I
not
was with
yet?
him at Derby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously, when I was at Derby, I was going back and forth international duty for Jamaica, and he always said to me, "One day you'll get a job at Jamaica." He loves the culture.
swear.
Everything about it.
Sick.
Swear
now.
Yeah. And I seen it pop up on my phone. Thought, he's got the
Fair
job.
play to him. You don't ever see, or in my head, I don't
Remember,
see.
he left Man United to go there, you know.
Yeah.
So when obviously he's got the call, not many people would do that and think, oh yeah, I'm leaving.
But you're
Man
thinking
United.
like you don't see him with like a jerk chicken. Like, do you know
That's
I mean?
what I'm saying. You can't
You
imagine Steve
got a little rice and
McLaren
peas
eating
and a bag of
plantain.
cheese, yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
planting.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Plantain.
Yeah. That's the.
Is it not either or? Is it not either or now?
Nah, bro. No. It's one way, right?
Yeah, but
Did you say rice and pea? Or rice and peas?
I'm not cultured enough, bro. I ain't got enough melanin in me to go out.
Do you know what?
Let me do lastly.
Right.
You'll get Steve McLaren in a string vest soon. 100%.
That's
You'll see him in a string vest with a jerk chicken with a rum punch sitting there with an accent.
and a bigger.
Man.
Lastly, totally different topic. Something that we were speaking about yesterday.
You got 2 more questions and we're done.
I was going to
Let me
go.
say one thing on Jamaica, Even though the organisation
I bet it's sick.
Everyone loves
crap,
Yeah.
when you actually get over there and you're with the team itself, the vibe is just
Unbelievable, I bet.
unmatched.
Yeah.
I know everyone has been there from the cat. That was the only bit that was kind of
unmatched.
Swaying you to.
Even random things like the link up points Miami.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
it's
Like so you
crazy
get a day in Miami.
Oh,
like,
swear. Sick.
It's like the fans.
Yeah.
Are they can turn on you. Of
course.
When they're on your side, they're on your side.
I've seen some of the fan
Unbelievable.
videos over there.
it's
They're
good,
the
man.
Go on, you go with
funniest
your
thing.
question.
I was going to talk about Paul Pogba. We had an interesting discussion yesterday when we were filming. Talking about doping in sport. Now, football to me as a fan, you don't see it as such. You've seen it creep in a little bit more over the last couple of years with more prominent cases. Obviously, you would have known Paul from sort of the youth setup at Manchester United as such. As a player, what do you make of it? Troy was quite passionate, I think, probably to say the word on it. You know, doping as such in football.
Yeah.
Were you shocked to see it come out? What was your reaction?
Paul's a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
So, and I know Paul.
The person.
I know Paul the person, and Paul doesn't cheat in life. So when I've seen it, me and my first thoughts is this can't.
He
be
ain't
true.
done it, yeah.
Yeah, and still to this day, like I still believe he's not done anything wrong. Me personally, I think there could have been a setup somewhere because he's a good person. He's an honest person, and he's also good like lad. Me and Troy.
Yeah.
He's been brought up hard.
Yeah.
And his passion for football is pure.
Yeah.
So I know he don't need to cheat. He's for me one of the best players in the world.
So my just to be, because I don't want people to see R1 and then think that I shit the bed and didn't say the truth, because that's not what I do. I said my frustration with anyone taking drugs in football is, and you know this just as well as me, there's so much science around, there's so much fucking chat, there's so much like, how many times do you get tested? Fucking through the roof at it.
Yeah.
So my frustration with anyone getting caught is like, it's your responsibility. Don't get me wrong, can accidents happen and shit like that? Of course they can. But I'm like, nah bro, I've been in mad pain, you've been in crazy pain, and you're thinking, I should just take that pill there.
But I think it was...
I don't know the full ins and outs of his chat.
So I think it was... He maybe have been in pain, but the person he's been sent to see by the club maybe give him something.
Because that's what they're saying now, aren't they?
And
That's why it's been chopped. Yeah,
Paul's got to trust people that he's been sent.
Yeah,
so
of course.
It's not on him, but it is on him. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not on him, but it is on him, because it was 4 years, it's gone down to 18 months now, innit? So they're obviously saying
you can play again next season.
There's an element of truth to what you're saying. So obviously I can't talk to that. I'm just saying, as a holistically overlooking on anyone that cheats, especially in football, I'm like, I have no sympathy for you, because I know the level of pain I've had to deal with.
Yeah, you spoke about recovery as such. So you've got an ACL injury and you sit out the whole season as such, and then you're thinking, well, why the fuck
you sit around waiting? Like, when I tore my Achilles, 7 months.
I just think, have you seen that situation on Netflix with Juventus, which is mad. You got to remember the club that he's playing at is Juventus.
Yeah.
And now you got to look at Juventus, how he's been
that's a fair
allowed
point.
to play. Juventus have now said, we'll pay you off the contract because he's one of the highest paid there.
Yeah.
So when it comes to wages, and maybe he does get injured, people don't want to pay
the full level,
the full thing, because he's
when he's just sat
not
out,
performing what he should be because he's been injured.
But it's also it's a case of it's fucked, man. But just take it away from Paul, just so because I don't want it to go to a personal thing, and I get that. How do you've never been in a situation where you've failed a drug test, have you, or close to coming failed a drug test?
No.
So similar point to me, I'm like, I don't know how you can then. Do you get what I mean? Do you understand what I'm trying to get at? This isn't to Paul, this is to anyone who fails drugs, whether you're sniffing, doing a bit of weed, whatever. You know what you put in your body, man. Just fucking leave it alone. And I also said on it, he's so sick. Again, last little bit on Paul. Was he 6'4", 6'5"?
What, higher?
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tall still.
Massive. Moves like he moves the same as you.
Yeah.
Can deal with the ball however he wants.
Skillful,
strong, score goals,
yeah.
defend. He can do everything. Like, I hope we get an opportunity to speak to him about it. I hope it was somebody else that fucked about. If it's the other way and you try to gain an advantage, I'm like, bro, come on. You've got every advantage.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's mine. I don't want to end on a negative. Anyway, wrap up the show. Tell him how fucking sick he is and how sick this podcast is.
What a legend. Thank you for coming on, bro.
No,
appreciate it.
We have to get. I'll do it again, but we have to get Ben here, man.
Yeah, oh no, bruv, honestly.
Yeah, let's do it.
We have to
That
get Ben
man-
on the show, man.
That man, his
one.
head's going to be like this now. He'll absolutely love it.
He already is.
Yeah, no, it is.
We
but
are.
no, just-
We're basically, because we're back and forth from Dubai now, and obviously he's out in Saudi, we're going to lock in another time where bang, we're going to do it. So we'll lock it in a bit more professionally. That's why I've got you and Kirsty in the corner there to take care of it.
We should get a group, man. Need to get maps here.
Yeah.
Andre, we can all talk about Jamaica proper and our life.
yeah, sick.
Yeah.
There you go. You heard it here first. But I just want to say, to wrap it up, bro, you're fucking sick.
Thank
I'm
you,
glad you enjoy life, man. Genuinely.
Yeah,
I'm glad
you,
that
man.
just enjoy however long you want to play for, do what you do. But say hello to Mum's here as well.
Thank you, man.
And
Appreciate it.
I hope
Your
she's
family as
okay.
well, man.
Yeah, I hope she's okay. And more importantly, don't forget, throughout all of this journey, it's about enjoying yourself and learning in it.
Definitely.
I think there's a massive point for you at some point where you go back into every Premier League team and they pay you to speak to these young kids about distractions, about dealing with expectation. And I genuinely, in my opinion, that's the next 20 years of your life.
Yeah.
Because you've got a story that helps everyone.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Got a good way to win.
Man. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
Troy, big up yourself.
shit. He
Ravel,
loves
big up
this.
yourself. Make sure to
Watch this bit. He goes into his
like, subscribe,
He loves his little
repost. God, I've fumbled here.
No, come on. This is yours,
Like,
go on.
subscribe, repost, share. That's the same thing, innit?
Yeah.
Make sure you're following the Stomping Ground on all social
You
medias.
guys chop that. You normally do it one take.
Like,
enthusiastic.
subscribe, follow, share, repost the Stomping Ground on all platforms. Make sure you're watching Beyond the Play on Spotify, Apple Music podcast now as well.
Nice.
Done. Safe,
Thank
bro.
you very much.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man.
Bless, man.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
you for
brother.
that.